Hey guys, Merry Christmas. In today's episode of Little Grit Garage, we're going to be using a battery box that I can power really anything with. And we're going to be using that to install Christmas lights on my mini Jeep Gokart that I got from Tractor Supply. But as you guys can see, this thing is very dirty, so the first step is going to be to clean this thing up with some spray real quick, or just really anything that'll make it better than this. So that our tape will be able to stick, and then we can get some lights on this thing, and then get it plugged in and go drift this thing around in the yard. I'm gonna get this pre-soaking, and then I'll go grab a towel. This mud's been on here for probably longer than I've owned it, even though it's pretty new. I would use the pressure washer, but it's been somewhat cold, and I don't know if the pipes are frozen or if that would mess anything up, so we're just gonna use spray away for now, or whatever this is. Invisiglass.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring to you and your kid. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding and bring it out here. The tidings we bring to you and your kin. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We all like figgy pudding.
So this here is a Jackery box, and you can actually either charge these by plugging them into your wall, or you can use a solar panel, and this has enough power to power Christmas lights. So we're gonna use this. I have it fully charged. I just plugged it into the wall, and we also got our Jeep nice and somewhat clean enough for tape to stick. So we're gonna clean up the inside real quick. We're gonna set this right over there. It's actually probably good enough right now. Alright, so that's where we're going to plug in our lights, and then I'm thinking we start here, we make it go right here, and then start like a zigzag, and then bring it down and around kind of on the bar, or the grills up there, and then we'll plug in our second strand, we'll go like across here, and then try to get around. I don't know if we'll have enough length, but we have 2 strands of lights, and we'll see if we can make this work. So I'm going to set a time lapse. I think Bradley's going to help me. But I think we're just gonna use painter's tape, because I think like the sticky Gorilla Glue tape will ruin this paint, and it's really good condition. So we're gonna just use painter's tape, because that should just peel right off. But yeah, let's get to work, set a time lapse, and get all the lights installed on this. Alright, we just got the entire thing wrapped in Christmas lights. I thought I bought the same length, but this one was like 3 feet and the other one was like 40. But it worked out perfectly. We got this one kind of going down to the grill bars, and then we attached the second one here, wrapped it all the way around the back, did some squigglies or whatever, and then brought it right up to here. They were the perfect length actually. And we have not turned them both on. We turned this one on because there was a broken bulb somewhere. Because a tool chest hit it at like 40 when we were coming over here. But we were just testing if it still works, and it did. We're gonna power this on, turn on AC, and then it should, yeah, that looks good. That looks really cool. Alright, Bradley's gonna turn off the lights. Oh yeah. You can actually kind of tell it's a mini Jeep. That's cool. Alright, there it is with the headlights off. You can kind of tell what it is by the shape of it. Alright, now that we know what it looks like and that it works, let's get this thing taken outside. Make sure it's running right. because it hasn't been running the best recently. Carb's a little messed up, but let's go see if we can drift this thing around, see if the lights will hold up. So most of the lights are still hanging on. I think all of them are actually. We just found an even muddier spot. I'm gonna try to do a tip in as fast as I can. So it's all still holding up surprisingly. The Jaggery box flipped a few times from the donuts, but there's a massive pile, like almost 5 feet tall, of wood chips that I'm just gonna send it into. I know we're gonna get stuck, but it's worth a shot. So Bradley's gonna set up the camera and I'm just gonna send it through it. And I can barely make it through on my dirt bike, and that's a pretty powerful bike. So we're gonna see what we can do. Alright, I'm gonna try to reverse it and see if we can get out. Oh yeah, I'm gonna send it again. Okay, we actually kind of made it, but then that was sketchy. This is steep. I might flip backwards. This is really steep. This is scary. Tires won't turn.
You want me to give you a little push when you're sitting in it?
No, I got it. Well, we tried to get it out for 0.8 seconds and I already gave up. This is probably the most stuck I've ever done something in my life. Bradley's literally like 5 feet taller than me. Oh man, we're stuck between like 18 little trees. But I think that's gonna do it for today's episode, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys next time.